And now a story you'll only see here on 5. Losing a loved one during the holidays is really tough. But one Northeast Ohio family wants to share their story of thanks tonight. They are thankful to the doctors and nurses at the VA hospital in Cleveland for granting a dying man's last wish. News 5's Homa Bash has the story.
Billy Rose's life wasn't always easy, but it was full of love. Bernadette and Billy married in 1968.
And we would have celebrated our 49th anniversary in December.
Billy was honorably discharged from the Army after just 4 months due to medical issues. Medical issues that he would battle the rest of his life. A massive heart attack, bladder cancer, diabetes, amputation. Then, recently, another blow, another cancer.
When they told us he had pancreatic cancer, his attitude was, I beat cancer before and I'll do it again.
But Billy was admitted to the VA Medical Center on October 16th. From there, as his health deteriorated, he saw something from his childhood. The carousel at the Western Reserve Historical Society.
But I promised him that he was going to ride that merry-go-round.
When the family got news that Billy had to be transferred from the ICU to hospice, they thought they'd have to fight doctors and nurses to grant his last wish. But it took less than half an hour before Billy, bundled up, was wheeled across the street. Several doctors, nurses, and oxygen tanks right beside him.
And I said, guess where I'm going? And he looked at me and he said, where? I said, I'm going across the street to ride the merry-go-round. And he looked at me and he said, me too? And his eyes got real big, and I said, yes, you too.
The ride of a lifetime for a man who lived a great life.
And the joy in his face, he didn't even have to say anything.
So on this day, the Rose family is giving thanks for doctors and nurses they say became family.
And there's nothing we can do is enough to pay them back for what they gave to my father.
I think it meant the world to him. I think it did. To me, that was his last wish.
On November 4th, Billy Rose was laid to rest at the Veterans Cemetery in Richmond. He was 68 years old.
The VA hospital tells us they are grateful they could help, and while you might not hear about it often, doctors and nurses here oftentimes go above and beyond for patients just like this. And the Rose family telling us they're planning to come back and volunteer their time to help other veterans and their families. In Cleveland, Homa Bash, News 5.